So did I happen to mention how awesome it is to be dating a photographer slash videographer? Because...
Cool.
There she is!
Today we are randonauting. So what do you have to say for yourself?
If I get murdered, I'm totally haunting you forever.
So you know, I'm Neo. I'm Neo in this. You're Trinity. You're Trinity.
No, I'm gonna be, what's that guy? Orange Special.
You're gonna be Morpheus?
Yeah.
Well, you were 6, you know what Morpheus did.
I'll just hold it like this. That's better.
We were waiting for good lighting.
Hey guys, I'm Valerie and this is Todd, and you are watching the very first video to our YouTube channel. For our first video, he agreed with me.
Yeah, I agree with her, yeah.
My idea of going randonauting. First, Starbucks. For those of you guys who don't know what Randonauting is, it's an app that you download to your phone and it takes you to random spots and explore and see if there are any kind of like glitches in the universe people have been saying, because you're supposed to put an intention into the app and then you put your intention and then it takes you to the spot.
Is there an intention, the do not die intention?
My intention is unfathomable wealth.
Need energy. They have impossible meat at Starbucks. I want you to see how this goes.
Okay, so this is our first location. I don't know what's gonna bring, but let's see. So first thing we do, sending your location. Okay. What would you like to get? Anomalies are the strongest out of attractors and voids. I say anomaly. What about you?
Almost here. I'm just driving.
Okay. Anomaly. Choose your entropy source. Choose Australian National University if unsure. What is that? Finding a location. Focus on your intent. Oh shit, what's our intent? Let's just say stop.
We're not getting out of the car.
Why?
What? We're not climbing through here. Are you crazy?
Babe. Okay. So Todd happened to be saying, we were trying to focus our intention, and he happened to say our intention is to not get murdered.
Yeah, and then what's the first place it takes us?
Woods.
First place that...
Found it. Tire.
See how negative you are, babe?
I'm not being negative, babe. I'm joking.
Let's joke about good things.
That's no fun. Hey, what are we...
We're just looking around. Okay. Gasoline. A wooded area. Actually did not know this wooded area was even here. Okay, well, we came into the first location and we're not getting murdered, so that's good.
I guess so. Hey, the app works.
How about we go to the next spot? Yes or yes?
Yes or yes? I like it.
Okay.
I like choices.
So cute.
So brave.
Well, come on, brave one. You figure it out.
Yeah.
Right here. It's coming around this way. Well, I think we now know how it works. If you don't think it through, you get sent to a ugly spot. I didn't know that's how it worked.
So my intention is I'm gonna focus on finding a really good place to eat that has like healthy food, but that's like super delicious. It can be any cuisine, doesn't matter. I guess an attractor is what I'm looking for this time.
Okay.
Food. Focusing on my generated. Alright, let's...
Okay, so here's our second randonauting. Looks like another dud. Wah, wah, wah.
And it brought us to a house.
Well, we'll just keep going until we get a good one.
We just had a lunch break. Had to eat. Starving. Pasha from Wurzbach, and I'm not very happy with Pasha because they didn't have any biryani rice. I'm not.
They gave you the 10 pounds of bread.
They gave me non-bread. I'm still gonna hold a grudge until they get biryani rice again. So we're on to location number 3 in our randonauting adventures for today. How do you feel about randonauting so far?
So far, not very impressed.
Your intention was to not get murdered, and we haven't gotten murdered, so that's pretty good.
You know, but that's a pretty broad one.
Yeah.
That should be pretty attainable.
All right, so we made it to our third location. I thought this was gonna be the end of our locations, but I'm kind of tempted to do 2 more because I like odd numbers. I don't want to stop at 4, and I don't want to stop at 6 or 2. It has to be 3, 5, or 7. Todd suggested our third location intention be enlightenment. So we plugged it in, and where are we, babe?
We are at church. Enlightenment.
You need some Jesus in your life. So we're just exploring, just getting out, seeing if we see anything cool. Gym in there.
Gym?
Gymnasium. Should we go to that field over there, babe?
Here.
That field over there on that side?
I feel.
Look, babe, there's a glitch in the Matrix. It's a car just like yours.
Where's the glitch?
Right there. The car. It's just like yours.
Oh.
2 pieces of glass.
Ooh.
What could it mean?
What could it mean? The truth is out there.
The truth is out there. I like how it's taking us to like random fields. I think that's someone's private property. Interesting. Random chair. Enlightenment. Third location, enlightenment. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird that it took us to a church, I guess. It's weird, but I don't know how enlightened we're going to really become. 3 Randonaut trips.
So far, nothing. I mean, nothing crazy, but at the same time,
That's what you wanted.
Hey, we're still alive. I mean, like I said, I think the purpose of this is just to get you out and moving. And there some people have encountered some crazy shit. We have not yet, but we're having fun, getting out, doing stuff. So I'm not upset or anything.
Todd's only stipulation when I asked him to play Randonautica was, what was it?
Nothing at night and nothing scary, because that's how scary movies start.
I feel, I have to be honest and get a little spiritual and metaphysical here, but I do feel like at our last location it was a lot closer to our intention, a lot closer to being Matrix glitchy.
Because it's enlightenment, right?
Because he said enlightenment and it took us to a church. So that's why at first I only wanted to do 3 locations, but since that happened I feel like we're kind of like getting a little more in tune.
Getting
maybe
warmed up.
Yeah, and maybe now we can, the next 2 locations will take us to somewhere a little closer to whatever intentions we do. I want to go to a spot where we can either see a CE5 happening. CE5 is Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind to aliens or UFOs, but it's human initiated contact is what CE5 is. So, since we're initiating our intention, it's basically a CE5. Okay, so our intention is to make contact, dare I say.
Let's see. If I get abducted,
Okay,
I'm so
I'm gonna be
mad. I'm gonna hold that grudge for a long time.
I won't be mad if I get abducted. I'll be happy.
You're like,
So
fight.
here's my intention, to either see a UFO or some kind of like trans-dimensional being or some kind of like, I'm open to all of the weird stuff.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Shut up. So we're here at location 4, which our intention for this location was contact with extraterrestrials. By the way, if you're gonna go randonauting, make sure you're hydrated because it's fucking hot out here. I just tried this Gatorade today and it's amazing. This is my favorite new Gatorade. Lime cucumber. I see dragonfly right there, Todd. What's funny to me is that, oh shit. Look at this guy. The last place when we were at the church, and I was walking through the grass, there was one of these exactly like this. I swear to God, it was exactly like this, a metal frame on the ground. Mm-hmm. Like, we're supposed to be going to 9711 Hebner. So 9711 Hebner, and our intention was contact. Of course I would pick that.
the metal thing. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But no aliens yet.
No aliens yet. I do think it's kind of weird that this is just they're stuck in the ground. Like, you would think
Actually, that's a good idea, babe. Let's go back there.
somebody would have taken this out of the ground by now. I was just at our last location and there was one of these. So that's kind of weird to me. So we came back to the location at the church because I wanted to show Todd the grid I saw, because we saw that metal cast iron grid stuck into the grass in the last location, which piqued my interest because there was one here.
No, it's...
There's no dragonfly on it though.
Damn it, that would have been cool.
Well, we're not changing dimensions or anything, so. Scary. I just scared off a bunch of deer. Scared the shit out of myself too.
Benches out here, that's weird.
Well, they probably do like worship out here. There's a cross right there.
Okay.
But I wandered into this Halloween forest. That's a cauldron over there. My intention was trans-dimensional beings or some kind of UFO contact. Which technically ghosts qualify as trans-dimensional beings. Can't tell me that's not a little weird. It's random like Halloween shit. Whoa. A family of rats. That shit looks like a real fucking spider. I wonder if Todd's seeing any of this. It's broken bones. I'm a little intrigued with this app. All right. What ended up happening was we came back to the church because I wanted to show Todd the grid. And then we found these set of pews, like an outdoor sort of worship area. And then behind the worship area is where all of this Halloween forest stuff is. This is definitely not something I would have seen without Randonautica. I wouldn't say creepy, maybe if it was at night I'd be more creeped out, but I just find it like very intriguing. So our next intention is a colorful coincidence. We're gonna leave it broad and open, and hopefully it takes us to what we're supposed to see. So the last location was someone's house. It's colorful, and why is it a coincidence?
I flew here like last week. Like down the street there's a church, but I remember coming down the street before. It was weird because I'm like, wait, I've been here before. So I guess that's the coincidence part.
Recording my house.
Yeah, you're
recording my house.
There's a colorful door. So we're back after our first randonauting. We have adult beverages. No, this is your show, girl. I'm just along for the ride.
It's our show.
Our show. Really, guys, who would you rather hear and watch? Me or this?
Let's just argue on that outro.
No. We never argue, ever.
So, this marks our first Randonautica adventure. Randonautica. We are officially Randonauts.
Randonauts. I like it.
How do you feel about the app now that you've tried it?
Well, the first couple were duds, but there's always these little kernels of like when I said, what we say, enlightenment?
Yeah.
And we ended up at a church. A colorful coincidence was the house was kind of colorful. It had a big, it had a weird, colorful wreath on the door. And the coincidence was I was in that neighborhood flying my drone
a few days
before. So that one was interesting.
I didn't notice the wreath on the door.
I did as we were driving away.
What did
I don't know if it was a wreath, but it was just like something very, very bright and colorful on the door.
I called it a wreath.
A wreath?
Wreath? I was saying wreath.
Wreath. Is it wreath or
wreath?
Wreath. Okay, whatever. See?
Wreath.
Look, hey, I didn't finish college. I don't know. The best part of this, people, is just to do it. You find someone whose company you enjoy and get out of the house and have a little adventure. So even if you don't see anything at least you'll have fun. You'll have fun getting out of the house, and it'll give you purpose. I think that's the whole point of this.
Yeah.
And it worked. We had a blast.
Yeah. Normally on your everyday life, you're going from point A to B, like work to home or whatever. You don't really like look around. And I did find myself, even though when we weren't using the app, on our adventure, I felt like I was like looking around more at stuff like empty
More
lots
observant.
and like what is the, you know, I was like definitely like more in tune with my surroundings.
Our grid, yeah.
Sorry, I just broke my face.
Did you?
Somebody told me today that the locations are generated based off the dark web. I don't know if that's true or not. It might be, because it was just, I mean, really random places. It did take us to houses 2 times, so that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's based on coordinates that are generated off the dark web. Like, why were they taking us to houses? Like, who lives in those houses? What do they do? Are they serial killers, or are they like, what is this called? Registered sex offenders? But anyways.
And yes, it is a complete coincidence that we're wearing the same clothes.
No, I did it on purpose. I was like, I wanted us to be twins. So anyways, you guys, thank you for tuning into our very first YouTube video. We're excited to have a YouTube channel together. So if you like what you saw, like the video. If you don't like what you saw,
shut up. Don't
leave
say
us a
word.
comment and let us know why you didn't like it. Give us some suggestions. We are open to hearing them. If you want to know when we post, then hit the bell notification to get notified every time we upload a video. That's it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.
This is the parade wave.